Hi everybody and welcome to today's episode of Learn This Deck with the Dreaming Way Tarot, and the card we're going to look at today is the Sun. This is one of the most loved cards, I would say, from the deck generally, because the Sun and come on, look at this one. Look at this card, right? Oh my god, after looking at this card, there is no way you're gonna feel sad or you're gonna feel weird or you're gonna feel anything, you know, not happy. The moment you see this card, you're like, oh, right? That's the Sun card. That's how it's supposed to make you feel. That's what this card is completely and totally all about. So let's really dig in and see what the card story is all about. Okay, starting with the environment. And here, yeah, sure, we've got that whole cloudy, thing going on, but we've also got this whole big bunch of sunflowers there. And sunflowers, as I googled it, are a very interesting symbol. Now, we'll talk about it when we talk about the symbols, when we come, when we get into it. But in the background here of this card, all we see are bright clouds, and it's sort of a very happy, cheerful sort of background with sunflowers. Okay, person, here we have a little kid, we have a child who's crawling on his hands and knees, and he's laughing. I mean, look at that babe. You just want to like pick it up, hold it in your arms, and get all cuddly, right? That's the whole beautiful, sweet feeling that this card evokes. And yes, there's a lollipop too. The kid is obviously very happy to get his hands on that lollipop. So, what's the symbolism? Sunflowers. Thing is, sunflowers, they always look at the sun, they follow the sun. That in itself sort of leads to the symbolic meaning of belief or faith. Sunflowers are also associated with joy, with happiness, and with a general all around good luck. So, sunflowers are a great symbol to sort of have in this card here. Then the child. Now, when you look at the child, obviously you wanna, all your mothering instincts and whatever come into play. But here, by showing the child, the deck creators are trying to say this is not just a child, this is childlike innocence, right? You have to become the child. That doesn't mean you become childish, but you become childlike. So you look at things with new eyes, with fresh eyes, with innocence, right? That's what it is all about. And the lollipop, now I googled this and there's all kinds of stuff out there, but the thing that made sense was because it's a sweet, this is what I thought, that the lollipop is a sweet and it's a reward or something, but it also harkens back to the simple pleasures of life. So that's what the symbolism is all about. So what does the LWB have to say about this, right? There's a whole very interesting write-up in the LWB, and the words that sort of stood out for me were, you cannot hide anything under the bright sunlight. And that is true. That's the whole symbolism with sunlight, I suppose, that it shines a light in the darkness. It's just, that's how the whole symbolism thing works, right? So you can't hide anything where the light shines, because it's visible. So there is a clearness, there's illumination, right? You are now, you can help others because you know what you can and cannot accomplish. So you are really in touch with who and what you are, and and how much you can do and what you can't do. And because of that, you are in a position where you can genuinely help others to the best of your abilities, right? And you are now ready to realize your full potential. So that Sun card there is with even if, yes, the child now becomes a lot more symbolic, because it shows that you're beginning, you're truly realizing who you are, and that's a new fresh beginning for you. And like that child, you're growing, but with a lot more awareness than you had before. So that's very, very interesting. So, what were my keywords? Upright. Yes, this card is all about joy and happiness. It's also about clarity and having a clear vision of what's what you want to do, what you want to achieve, who you are, and so on. You are basically ready to explore all of the different things inside of you, outside of you, in the inner world and outer world. And you are also being very playful and joyful when you're at it. So that's a very interesting sort of energy that the Sun card brings to the table. But what happens when this card is upside down in the reverse position? That child is probably not going to be in a very happy place, is he? He's not laughing, doesn't feel like he's going to start laughing right now, yeah? So, reverse, but that's one thing, but the Sun card is the Sun card, yeah? Upright, reverse, the blazing heat and clarity of the sun is never really diminished. A few clouds may come over it occasionally, but ultimately it's bright and shining when the sun shines. So, reverse, there's slightly less joy and happy, and so there is something that kind of holds you back from being completely in the moment there of happiness, but maybe something is weighing on your mind there. uh, a little bit more down the spectrum, you have confusion, because maybe because of the lack of clarity and of your of vision and of path, that where am I going, what am I doing, you don't know that fully. So it's like you're getting there, you'll get to the sun upright position, but right now you're halfway there maybe. Yeah, so there's a little bit of confusion still there. Or reverse, this card can show that you are being fearful of exploring your inner and outer world. And that is very legitimate, I would say, very valid on some levels. That, because there's a whole lot of responsibility and a whole lot of stuff that, people get afraid of when they want to explore, when they step out of their comfort zone, maybe. So that is sun reversed. So, of course, when I had to write my card story, I got into the head of that child, and these were the words that came. You see me as a child, don't you? But that's because you're limited by the abilities of your eyes. Use your heart and you'll see the real me. I've found my true purpose in life, and I've also found the true joy of being alive. Together, I'm following my path with joy in my heart and purpose in my step. It's all starting to get more and more clear now. So, it's this whole, thing that, yes, people might think that I'm being childlike or childish or naive or innocent or, unaware of reality. But the thing is, I'm more aware of this at this moment. That's what the child seems to be saying, right? Because this person seems to have found his true calling. He has that joy in his heart. He's found that true direction in which he has to go, and so all of it's kind of falling into place and coming together for him. So that is the sun card. That is the story I got for the sun card. What is your card story? What is your what are your keywords? What are your journal entries like? Feel free to share the picture of your journal, or just share the picture of the card, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But don't forget to use the hashtag learn this deck. And if you want, you could also use these other hashtags like the Sun, Dreaming Way Tarot, and Tarotically Speaking. That way, it helps me kind of search you on the on the social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I can do a search with the hashtag, find you, and basically we can essentially, that's where we can find each other, and we can get together online like this and learn this deck. All right, so it's Friday today. I guess I will see you guys on Monday. Unless, of course, I feel the mood and I do a video during the weekend. Although I'm a lazy person, so it's a little less likelihood of that happening. But hey, if it happens, it happens, right? I don't stop myself when that happens. So I guess I'll see you either on Monday or whenever, okay? Meanwhile, stay good, enjoy your weekend, and learn this day. Bye now.